Hi everyone, this is your founder of MNR Creatives, Manisha Venkatesan. Today, this video is going to be about the interview we took of Miss Ishani Ganguly. We had a great time and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ishani Ganguly, the first position holder of MNR writing community. Writing is my voice and I'm honored to be here.
Hi Ishani, thank you so much for coming onto our channel today. So let's start with the first question. What's the one piece of writing advice you wish you had when you first started? And how would it have changed your entire journey?
First draft, they're not meant to be perfect. They're meant to be honest, because honesty is something which should be there from the very start of your writing career. Perfection follows next. So yeah, first I would say honesty.
Wow, that was a beautiful answer. So now let's move on to our next question. How do you handle self-doubt or creative blocks when they hit you mid-project? This is one of the biggest question I think all the writers will have out there, because one day or another, or sometimes for many days, they will just have this, writer's block, and they'll just be sitting there thinking, I want to write, but I don't know, how to get out of this, or just sitting blank space. So this will be like a huge help for many out there, including myself. So yeah, how would you handle this?
When certain kind of doubts come to our mind, majority of us who do not belong to that 1% community, they will just give up. But giving up should not be your quality if you want to shine, excel in whatever field you do, in whatever field you chose to be in. So I would say I just take a pause, I grab a coffee, and then I go on with my writing. Yeah, sometimes I don't understand, sometimes लिखते 14 घंटे 15 घंटे, that's me basically. जब मैं लिखने की कोशिश करती हूँ, it takes a lot of time. कभी कभार we get fully consumed in what we are doing. So just take a break. Doubts are everywhere. If you want to really shine out there, there are doubts. और शायद वो doubts उतने important है भी नहीं. But if you want to really excel, if you want to shine, my dear, you have to sacrifice all those self-doubts and you have to, be the best.
Wow, that's great piece of advice, a great answer. So now this is going to be $1 million answer for everyone out there with this issue, including myself, like I had said before. So now, moving on to the next. What's your most unconventional habit or ritual when it comes to writing? Something people wouldn't expect. So that one habit that you have, secret habit or something out of the box that no one would have thought hey, writers do this also. So yeah, what is it? It's the time to reveal the secret.
I talk to my virtual characters as if they are the real characters. It helps me understand a lot more. It helps me understand what are the flaws, what are the motives, what are the quirks than any outline would ever have. So yeah, that's my unconventional thing that people might find weird or something.
Wow, Ishani, you're doing a great job in answering these questions, and you're giving some valuable pieces of advice and nuggets, you may say, for all the upcoming writers and authors. So now moving on to the next question. How do you balance staying original while still drawing inspiration from other writers or books? I would have to say this is one of my favorite questions. Because even for me, when I had started my journey in this writing industry, I had so many of my favorite authors or writers, and when I had still yet to find my voice or my true, writing pattern or the way of writing, I felt like, okay, this is how everyone writes, or this is how we should write to find our own place or our own, identity in this writing industry. So that is one of the reasons I had come up with this question, because many of the writers, I think, are still trying to figure this out. So yeah, how do you have the balance?
This is a very serious talk with you all. Why do we pressurize ourselves to be unique? Unique is itself a very vague word. We don't really have to be unique. If I tell you this, that there's a very famous YouTuber who talks about motivation, that is Raj Shamani. He once said that copying is the best thing ever that you can do to yourself. Just tell me one thing. What did we didn't achieve without copying? Writers copy others' words, singers they copy others' voices, dancers they copy others' moves. Even, what if I tell you that our personality is not entirely our personality? Inheritance matters, but to be very specific, it is the pieces of everyone's else personality. So your personality is not entirely yours, my dear. It's the pieces of others. So don't just pressurize yourself to be unique. We are not here to be unique. We are here to be a good human being. We are here to serve on every way possible. So just focus on serving people, not on being unique, which is entirely rubbish, I would say.
Great job, Ishani. Thank you so much for that answer. I think this is going to help so many people out there to understand that it's okay to be original. They don't have to, they can have inspiration, but they don't have to follow it to the T to, find their own voice or find their own place in this industry. It's okay to be themselves. So yeah, now moving on to the next question. What's the hardest lesson you've learned about sharing your work, whether with beta readers, editors, or the public? My God, I guess now to think about not sharing, your write-up on Instagram or your code or so many other platforms out there. Wattpad. When I started my journey in the writing, Wattpad was the very first platform which I started in. So now thinking about not having such place to showcase our work, it's very hard to think about, because I got my very first anthology project from an author who read my work on Wattpad. So I feel like nowadays you need to showcase so much of your work. Let it be not just for writing, in any of the industry, so that people can see, okay, this is she or he may be a great fit for what they're searching for. Yeah, sorry to keep ranting. Go ahead, and what's the hardest lesson you've learned? Let's hear it.
That's not every critique is a call to change. What I mean by this is, my dear, there will be rejections. There will be people who would not support you. Let me tell you, especially in this writing field, when you want to enter in, you might face a lot of people who actually will take your advantage, which eventually everyone does in every profession. So you have to understand, you have to create that sense of maturity in your mind. You have to understand what is the motive of the opposition party. There will be rejections, there will be ignorance, there will be flaws in everything. In the initial days of your writing career, you might not find it that glossy, you might not find it that gorgeous, but believe me, if you continue to write, the best thing is awaiting for you. You have no idea what is going to happen. This is the best field if you really want to be in this. But just थोड़ा सा patience की ज़रूरत है बस. That's it.
Thank you, Ishani, for that wonderful answer. So now moving on to the next question. If you could go back and rewrite your first ever piece now, what's the biggest change you'd make? Oh my God. Thinking back to my very first, writing, piece of writing, it's just, you can say it's like a very emotional moment, because when I look back, or even a couple of days ago, I read my very first piece of work and I'm like, oh my God, I can just immediately see there's so much of errors that I made or what all that I can change. But actually when you look at it, it's how you started. It shows the beginning of your journey, how naive you were, or how just, excited you were to write your very first piece. So yeah, if you could go back and rewrite your first ever piece now, what biggest change would you make?
It would be, I would stop trying to be like someone else and start trying to be like me, because authenticity is more than elegance.
Oh my God, we're down to the very last question. So yeah, let's get into the last question and then we'll talk about everything else. So yeah, what's your no BS truth about making it as a writer that most beginners don't want to hear? So what's that one hard truth that no writer wants to hear about the journey or about finally making it as a writer? I guess everyone just, wants to go past this, not even think about this, but hey, I guess everyone really needs to know that it's not always roses or it's not always easy. And I guess this is not just for writing. I guess this goes for anything you do out there. So yeah, what is that one truth?
Talent is not enough. Consistency, determination, and ruthless editing is what shapes an actual writer, or maybe a great writer. Most of the beginners, they romanticize their craft, but I don't need you to romanticize. Discipline is what makes the real magic and the real difference.
Oh my God, we're finished with all the 7 questions I had for you. So now, this is not really a question per se. This is just some small words about your journey in the MNR community and what you feel about being a part of this community or family, you may say. So yeah, let's hear it.
And at the very end, I have some sweet wishy words for the MNR writing community. Thank you, Misha, for making this day happen. I'm very emotional right now. I cannot imagine this day without you. And my equal thanks and gratefulness to Rishu and Navya for bringing light into my life. Please continue to spread positivity and hope to the writers. Just do it. You 3 are the very best. I don't have words to share. You're doing a great work. And finally, I can't wait to hold that Golden Pen Star Award. I'm totally, getting emotional right now. But I have this one tip for all the writers. Please don't stop. Continue writing, continue sharing, and you are the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and comment one piece of advice you're taking away today from what Ishani said. And also, we're going to be giving all of our social media handles down below, so that if you ever want to join this cute little community, you can feel free to DM us. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and comment one piece of advice you're taking away today from what Ishani said. And also, we're going to be giving all of our social media handles down below, so that if you ever want to join this cute little community, you can feel free to DM us in our Instagram or reach us out on our LinkedIn page. And also, we're going to be giving all the social media handles of Ishani down in the description below as well, so that you can go and support her. And yeah, thank you so much for watching our very first video, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button so that you will be informed whenever we release a new video. That will be our next interview video, any other surprises we have for you stored up. And yeah, thank you so much guys for watching this video, like I said before, and take care guys, and be safe and have a wonderful day. Bye.